The Targa Oro is the first special series of the Ritmo. Presented in September 1979, it represents Fiat's first concrete response to the criticisms that followed the presentation of the Ritmo in April 1978. Criticisms that, in addition to the design, defined as too innovative, by the more traditionalist customers, targeted, in this case rightly, the car's finishes, especially on the inside. The fittings were in fact too cheap, both for materials and for assembly. And the internal plastics, which covered the dashboard and side panels, looked too poor. In addition, parallel to those of the bumpers, they tended to age prematurely, with a visible deterioration, already a few months after purchase. The Targa Oro is a Ritmo with a more refined aesthetic, and better finished and assembled interior furnishings. It is available in two body variants, 3 and 5 doors. The 3-door version is available in glossy black only, with anthracite bumpers. The 5-door, in metallic brown only, with matching beige bumpers. The coloring of the bumpers took place en masse. In practice, it is the same plastic material that is colored before the molding. A thin double gold-colored adhesive thread runs along the perimeter of the car, following the horizontal line of the bodywork. The original round handles of the Ritmo feature a subtle gold-colored outline. The black identification plates also have golden characters. Both the Fiat lettering on the lower edge of the bonnet, and on the left edge of the tailgate, and the Ritmo 65 lettering, on the right edge of the tailgate. In addition, two golden plates appear on the front fenders, with the inscription 65, and the lozenge that identifies the Targa Oro, and framing the side repeaters. Specific Chromador alloy wheels, with a successful cross design, are mounted, with silver relief parts, and gold solid parts. The athermic crystals are bronzed. The halogen headlights, and a pair of Carella fog lights, with yellow reflector and golden cap, characterize the front. On the tailgate, the rear window wiper appears, pivoted to the left, and with a horizontal rest position. Finally, the radio antenna, in the center of the roof, completes the equipment. Internally, a refined brown velvety cloth covers the seats. In contrast, beige piping and profiles on the seat and back. Front head restraints are standard. The internal plastics are brown, as are the carpet and the parcel shelf lining. The door panels highlight the seat for the speaker. The Voyeur instrumentation is completed by a tachometer and a digital red LED clock. In the center of the dashboard, the Autovox 620 car radio, with the dedication Ritmo Targa Oro, is standard. The mechanicals follows that of the Ritmo 65. The engine is the well-known single-shaft engine designed by Lamperti, which made its debut on the Fiat 128. It is an ingenious and refined engine, in its simplicity. Cast iron base and aluminum head. Motor shaft on 5 supports. Single overhead camshaft, driven by toothed belt. On the Ritmo 65, the displacement goes from 1290 to 1301 cc. Fuel is supplied by a Weber single-body inverted carburetor. The power is 65 horsepower at 5,800 revolutions per minute, the torque of 10 kilograms at 3,500 revolutions per minute. The engine is combined with the standard 5-speed gearbox, with 5th wheel rest. Traction is front. The braking system consists of discs at the front and drums at the rear with mechanical mini-servo brake. The wheels are 13-inch Chromador CD17 alloy wheels, with 4.5-inch channel, which house oversized 165/70 tires 13. The suspensions are 4-wheel independent, with a MacPherson scheme for the 2 axles. The front ones, with telescopic shock absorbers and coaxial springs. The rear, with telescopic shock absorbers and transverse leaf spring. The petrol tank has a capacity of 50 liters. The mass of the car is limited to 870 kilograms for the 3-door version, and 885 for the 5-door version. The spare wheel is positioned inside the engine compartment. The first series Ritmo is 394 centimeters long, 165 wide, and 140 high, with a wheelbase of 245. Performance is good, and at the top of its category. The maximum speed of 150 km per hour in 4th. Acceleration from 0 to 100 km per hour takes 14.1 seconds. The declared fuel consumption is quite moderate for the parameters of the time. At 90 km per hour, it travels 16.1 km liter, in urban areas 10 km liter. The combined consumption is 12.2 km liter. The reception on the market is quite favorable. At the same time as Italy, it is also offered in the main European markets, where it achieves immediate sales success. especially in Germany, the Netherlands and Switzerland. In those markets, it is offered both with the mechanicals of the 65, and with the engine of the 75. It has the same characteristics as the 65, but the displacement of the single shaft is 1498 cc, the power goes up to 75 horsepower at 5,800 revolutions per minute, and the torque to 12 kilograms at 3,000 revolutions per minute. Top speed goes up to 160 km per hour, and acceleration from 0 to 100 km per hour takes 13 seconds. Consumption is unchanged compared to the 65. With the same setup, the weight increases by 10 kilograms. Also for foreign markets, it is possible to have the brown color also on the 3-door, and the black one also on the 5-door. Later, the plum color is added to the color range. At the beginning of 1980, the Targa Oro is subject to minor modifications. The door panels change, which feature a brown fabric insert. The interior rear-view mirror is larger. The steering wheel, which has the same design, is made of a different foam material. On some specimens, slightly different instrumentation, branded Smiths, appears in place of the normal equipment Velia. On the outside, the shape of the rear bumper changes slightly. In July 1980, on the occasion of the first very light facelift of the Ritmo, the Targa Oro was also affected by the modifications. The fixed deflector from the front doors disappears, the exterior rear-view mirror changes shape, now foldable. Furthermore, as in the other versions, the rear wiper rest position changes, now vertical to the left. It is now possible, also for the Italian market, to order the 3-door version in brown, and the 5-door version in black. Inside, new door panels, with more extensive upholstery, in the same velvet as the seats. The car radio is now on request. The rims are new, now in 5.5 by 14 sheet metal, painted in gold with a black central cup. On the first units, it has the word Ritmo in the center. On the following ones, it has the Fiat emblem. Pirelli P8 165/65 14 tires. In addition, the 75 version is also available for the Italian market, previously intended for export markets only. But the Targa Oro 75 sold in Italy will be very few. For both engines, the gearshift tie rods are modified, now more effective and robust, and the vacuum brake booster is adopted. In September 1980, the plum color was also available for Italy. Production of the Targa Oro was interrupted in September 1981, with the first real restyling of the Ritmo. On that occasion, the Super 75 and Super 85 versions were added to the range, effectively replacing the Targa Oro. The exact number of Ritmo Targa Oro built is not known, but according to some estimates, there should be around 11,000 units in the 2 years of marketing. Considering the natural decay of these cars, the repeated scrapping campaigns, the surviving specimens are very few. It is therefore an interesting car to consider, for starting or completing a collection, but also, for having a pleasant and economical historic car to be used, even on a daily basis.